Run it. Check. Check. Let's see what we got in here today. So look here, see what we got in here. Yes. Official Coach Danny, what are you saying, man? You alright, yeah? You got a little podcast going, aren't you? I noticed on our Facebook today you got a little podcast going. How's that going? Is it going alright, yeah? You cashing in? You're making a bit of... You see this guy here? Oh. Terence Crawford's fat wife made you famous. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was dissing his fat wife, Terence Crawford's, and he said he's got a passport so he can come to England to fuck me up, but I get a nice bag for that because he's had a few paydays now, hasn't he, that Terence Crawford? Yeah, that's what he said. He said we have passports in America also. That's a bit of an achievement, isn't it? Yeah, you know, Terence Crawford. Who we got in here today? Yes, Bruce Lee. Thanks for the 79 pence, yeah? You always give that same amount, innit? What's... Time, don't get mistaken for a Muslim. Well... no, it don't matter. Some little Indian bus driver kicked me off the bus, didn't it? You know, when I showed him this little fucking... You know, this little fake Umar, IFL Umar student ID, he noticed. Yeah, he said, nah, you can't use it. So I was kicking off, innit? And then he said, oh, are you a Pakistani, yeah? Yeah, it looks like it. You know, he's been a bit... I didn't know Indians and the Pakistanis have got a bit of beef in it. But he was like saying, oh, you're Pakistani, yeah? Yeah, I can tell. Fuck him anyway, it don't matter. This is what the government want. Kick off with each other while they plan behind the scenes. Yeah, they've been planning this shit for decades and decades. People are only seeing these riots, yeah, on TikTok, like, in recent times, but they've been plotting this for time. You know, the riots, they stir it up so people riot, so they can introduce military action, you know, to really, really control people. It's called martial law, yeah, where the military are involved, you know, in governing people and controlling people, instead of like civil courts and shit like that. Shout out to Facts by Homer. Thanks for the £5, yeah? Have a cheeky spliff on me. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Thanks a lot for that, yeah? Facts by Homer. I'll put him on the screen. The fucking police came round today again, you know, because of that stream I did in town the other day in Sheffield, walking around, talking to women. 2 fucking police officers, 2 women came round, you know, trying to intimidate me and that. It's not gonna work, man. I'm gonna be out there again soon. I'm not gonna do Sheffield, it's dead, but I think I'm gonna go to different cities. Next stop, Nottingham. But just go around, you know, Manchester, and these riots going on as well, so it might be good content. How comes that's not on the screen? Fucking, hold on a sec. Let's get the super chatters involved, man. But yeah, I was like following that crackhead round, you know, the one who's looking for a crack pipe, and I was like filming her, like bending over and that. So these fucking police, yeah, they sent me a letter, innit? But they came round and they gave me this. Yeah, South Yorkshire Police. I ain't read it yet. Police will keep a record of this warning letter and may use it in court if you are prosecuted or if police apply for a court order against you. Regards, PC such and such. That's just the back of it. The back of the letter. They sent me this big letter. It's got my address on it, I think. No, it hasn't. Dear Mr. Benjamin Booth, I write on behalf of the Operation Sentinel team at Snig Hill Police Station. Operation Sentinel is an initiative by South Yorkshire Police to target predatory behaviour in order to prevent sexual abuse taking place in the nighttime economy. Our officers are tasked with identifying people who may be displaying signs of predatory behaviour, including sexual harassment, inappropriate touching, inappropriate language and loitering. Yeah, fuck them, man. I'm going to carry on. I didn't do anything. I was just walking around and yeah, filming women bending over and that. But I told you though, innit? You know, when I was streaming, I told you the CCTV are watching me. I was expecting a call, but like, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop. As long as I don't touch anybody or fucking go over the top. Yeah, fuck them, man. You offered her a tenner for a BJ. I did offer a tenner, yeah, but I don't think I said a BJ. I don't think I mentioned what I was going to get for the tenner. I wasn't even going to get a BJ. I was just going to interview her, you know, on the stream. These women objectify themselves, you know, with their little skirts and their little tight tops and that low cut. So if they objectify themselves, they can't get too upset, you know, when we do it, when we objectify them. So I studied religion, then touched young'uns. Sounds familiar. Poor officers having to watch the streams. I know, that's it. They're watching now, they're tuned in, they're locked in. They're trying to gather evidence, they're trying to put together a little case against me, but I ain't really done anything. They probably find it entertaining. Yeah, I told you before when I used to work in a club and there was a little fight going on in the club. So 2 police officers came in, 2 men. And one of them came up to me smiling in it saying, yeah, I like your videos. They love it, man. They love it. They're part-time cult members, 100%. You're allowed to film in the street. Stop panicking. I'm not panicking. I told you I'm going to do it again. Mix it up, man. Mix up the content. Triple R grasped again tight. Wow, what did he say? He's just desperate for content, man. His subscribers are going up. He's on like 800 now. He was struggling around the 500 mark. That's what I'm saying, you know, all this rioting and these young girls getting stabbed up and people chucking things through windows and all that kind of shit, attacking people in the streets, and they're coming around here because of a little stream in town. They're fucking idiots, man, but the show continues. When you're fighting next in Dudley, never, probably. I don't think it's just... I've got to show signs of, you know, progress. So it's got to be misfits against Nassim Hamid's son or something like that. I can't just keep boxing on these dead shows in Dudley, man. For little silly belts. What did the police officers look like? They look decent. 2 police women. I should have recorded them, and I fucking really regretted it. You know, when they left, I should have took my phone out and just started filming them. Open our doors to Islam, and they groom, grape, and kill our kids for far too long. Yeah, I've been watching some more like Tommy Robinson and Alex Jones. They did an interview. It's quite interesting. What did you think of that boxing event the other day, that Terence Crawford event? It was quite good, wasn't it? Cut ties with BKM. He's put up a few videos, you know, of our little series. I think he's trying to claw back the money that he spent, you know, buying me burgers and taking me to Primark, you know, buying me a little outfit. So I think he's trying to claw back a bit of cash, you know, that he spent on me, taking me to Wakey Wines. Martin Bakoli beat Jared Anderson like he owed him money. Yeah, that was a good beatdown, money. Martin Bakoli, he allegedly had some child porn, you know, on his phone, and that he was... I don't know if someone sent it him. Like, one of you lot could send me some dodgy images. So now I've got the images. So when the police, when they took all my stuff, my phone, they could have seen some image. No one sent me anything, but I'm just saying, like, hypothetically speaking. So I don't think being in possession of dodgy images makes you a nonce. But yeah, he battered that guy. And he's with that Ben Schlong in it, who's part of that community, yeah? Ben Schlong was like really praising him, you know, saying, oh, he's the best heavyweight. How can he, why, what, on the back of beating that Jared Anderson? It was a good performance. But is Ben Schlong a J? Yeah, of course he is. It makes you wonder, innit? He's fucking giving a lot of praise, you know, to that guy who allegedly had some child porn, you know, on his phone. But Hugh Edwards. Yeah, he's the BBC news presenter. You know, pleaded guilty, you know, to you don't know what happened here. He was like one of the highest paid, you know, BBC employees, him and Gary Lineker, you know, that Hugh Edwards. So he might have stepped out of line. They might have said to him, the elites might have said to him, listen, if we're gonna give you all this money, you've got to do as we say. So they might have tried to get him to come out as a transformer or come out as zesty, you know, promote that agenda like they did with Michael Barrymore. You know, probably sacrifice that guy in the swimming pool, you know, to show that he's worthy, you know, to be involved in the cult. What do you think about the severe bout of rimming Mr. Turkey got in the middle of the card? Yeah, it was sucking him off all the way through, weren't they? But he's fake as well, you know, that little so-called excellent guy, Turkey. Because he's supposed to be a Muslim, yeah. And he played a big part, you know, in that Terence Crawford show. They're all sucking him off. So obviously he's got input, you know, into that show. So Eminem performing on stage that song that he sang, Houdini, within like 20 seconds he's talking about, you know, thorns coming out of his forehead and having a serpent fork-shaped tongue, you know, like the fucking devil, you know, all that stuff. And he's calling himself a god, Eminem, which is blasphemy. But this little Turkey, he was alright with it, wasn't he? He's fake. He's not a real Muslim at all. They're all sucking him off. They gave him a little dead trophy as well. See that little dead trophy that he got? And he acted like he gave a car away, you know, to someone in the crowd, but it was his cousin. He gave his cousin a car, yeah, pretending he's nice and generous. And then after the show, his cousin gave him the car back. That's what Mr. Beast was doing. He's got a little transformer mate, hasn't he? Yeah, what we're saying about this one here, this Agent X. Triple R is a real man, is he? So you two are pally, yeah? You're a streamer as well, Agent X. What are you saying? I did actually think about her because she like records, you know, the police, you know, when they're acting up. I think the police went around to her house or something and she recorded it, innit? And I thought, yeah, I should have done that when these two police women came around today. I should have filmed it. Canelo just said he would fight Bud, and Terence Crawford would get fucked up by Canelo. Or that tip-tapping that he did the other day against that Majimov. It won't work against Canelo. He'd walk him down and mess him up. What do you think of Agent X? Nice little white thing. Yeah. They sent female officers just to piss you off more for your sex crimes. Yeah, I did think that, but maybe they wanted to fuck. I don't know. I just find it interesting how they sent two police women round who look decent. You know what I mean? I don't know. I had a lot of thoughts. You might come in here and I put a little listening device in here, you know what I mean? Or try and confiscate some more of my devices. But yeah, there was a little riot, you know, in Nottingham, or a little protest, EDL, these little Muslims. Did you see Carl Froch there? He wasn't there, did he? He pussied out. He wasn't there. He didn't go, did he? He likes the safety of his little, yeah. Who we got here? Ash Boxing Prediction. Thanks for the super chat, yeah? £10. That's a nice bag. Yeah, I'll give him a thumbs up, man. He gave me a tenner. You know, you can buy tiny cameras. Yeah, that's what I need. Like little discreet cameras. So what's happened since your live the other night? Yeah, just a couple of police women came around. They tried to intimidate me and stuff like that. Give me a little letter. But just, like I say, the show continues. You should bang Agent X tie. Well, you know, I'm not that guy who tries really hard to get pussy and that. I'm not that guy, man. This woman's trying to bribe me to come round because she knows I like cats. So she's like, oh, can you look after my kitten for a week? She's just trying to get in here. I fucked her about 2 weeks ago, but say sorry to Michelle or the baby mum. Yeah, I feel bad. I remember when she moved here from Nottingham, you know, to Sheffield to be with me when I was boxing. And we moved into a house, and the house had a fucking rat in it, running round. There was like water leaking from the ceiling. She gave up a nice house in Nottingham, you know, to come to this shithole Sheffield in some dirty Slovakian area. And I mistreated her. What did they accuse you of? Oh, the police. They haven't really got anything. They'll try and chuck some bogus charges at me, like loitering. But your Ty put slow mode on. Well, it was on. I put a 10-second delay, but when the stream started to die out, it's like the chat's not as fast. It's not as lively, so I can see him now, innit? Just joined. Look at Agent X simping for me, throwing away £2 just for me. Because when I'm talking as well, like, if it's on slow mode, you lot are responding to me like 10 seconds later, you know, when I've moved on to another topic. So the slow mode, it's not the best. £20 for every hour you stay on. Like I said, man, I did a stream one time for 9 hours and I made £1,400. Yeah, which is 9 hours is like a day shift, innit, at work. And I told you I went to Nottingham, I was in and out of the shops asking them if they got a job. And they all said no, innit? And I was applying for jobs online and they kept sending me emails back saying, unfortunately, you haven't got the job. So every time I got an email back from a job, I'd just quickly scan it and just look for the word unfortunately, because I knew I want, yeah, make your own money. And this is what this is about. Shout out to that guy who gave me a tenner and the other guy who gave me a £5. You missed a bag by not streaming during the riots. Yeah, I tried to get up in it and go to that one in Nottingham, because I streamed late. I can't have like 4 hours sleep because I can't function properly. Will you ever become a Muslim? What it is, when Muslims come up to me and they try and convert me and give me that talk, I told you a Muslim was like running behind me. I heard someone running behind me and I was like, who the fuck is that? It's some Muslim, you know, in the Muslim outfit, you know, with the beard. And he was trying to preach and this and that, but I can't take most Muslims serious who try and approach me, because they're normally Pakistanis or Arabs. So they've been told from a young age, you know, that Islam's the truth. So they're biased, aren't they? You know, if a little white man came up to me who converted to Islam and he started giving me the talk, I'd probably take it a bit more serious. true. Most of them are brainwashed and only know one way of thinking. Yeah, but it's not really their fault because they've been told from birth, innit, that Islam's a true religion. So obviously they're going to be brainwashed. Their minds are going to be, they're going to be biased, innit? And they find it hard to look at other religions. It's like, yeah, they find it hard to look at other religions as serious because they're trying to write off the religion. If they look into another religion like Hinduism, they're trying to find fault with it. And they're like, nah, that's not true. That's silly. You know what I mean? Does Boxing King Media smell like curry? Bro, I don't want to diss him. No, you don't. You don't. But that woman who I banged 2 weeks ago, when she was sat here, she told me that in the past, she had sex with an Indian man, you know, with a turban. And I was like, bro. That might be why she stunk. Because I kind of went down on her, innit, and I had a little lick. But I thought, nah, this stinks. I need to come back up, man. I need to come back up. Was she a prosy? Nah, she's done a few little topless pics, you know, back in the day. So I put the OF idea to her, but I don't know if I want to go down that route. It's a bit degrading, innit? Was she fat? Well, like I told her, she's technically obese. And she didn't like to hear it, but it's just the truth. She's 43, yeah, it's a bit old, isn't it? Was her gash massive? She had like pussy lips that dropped down like a dick. It was quite nice, but it's just the smell I couldn't get over. It was a hot day as well. She was kind of hairy, etc. So she has irritable bowel syndrome. Yeah, that as well. Which gash is better, innies or outie, meat curtains? I'd say out. It's just something to suck on, isn't it? But come to Birmingham, Ty, I'll buy you a pint. Well, that's the plan, man. Just go to different cities and just stream, you know, on a night out. Just walk around, meet up with some of you lot, and just go for it. What's a woman's prime? See, this is where it gets into like dodgy territory, but it's just real life. This 43-year-old who I fucked, I could comfortably come in her. Because she's kind of over the hill. Her ovaries are fucked up. When women get to 30, they're less likely to reproduce, innit, to be able to get pregnant. So the younger ones, you know, they're more fertile, aren't they? But then you get quite a nonce, you know, if you talk about what ages are the best. Evolutionary speaking, biologically speaking, a 16-year-old girl is more fertile than a 43-year-old. So Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio. When he's with a woman, as soon as she turns like 21, he just gets rid of her and just replaces her with an 18-year-old. "16 is legal in the UK," in his defence. Yeah, but even if you're a man who's 40 odd and you get with a 16-year-old, it is seen as dodgy, but biologically speaking, you know, it makes sense. "Tell us the story of the granny you accidentally scared to death." Yeah, literally, I scared her to death. That was fucked up. Yes, Chris, thanks for the £5 super chat, yeah? Well, I was just a kid, innit? I was 14 in Nottingham playing football with my little mates. I kicked the ball over this old woman's fence into a garden. I wanted my ball back, so I went round to her house to get the ball back, knocked on the door. I was just a young nigger who thought he was a gangster. I had little lines, you know, my eyebrows, with little earrings and that. So I'm banging on her door and she like opened the curtains to see what it was, and she seen me and she thought, nah, fuck that. I ain't answering the door to this nigger. So then I started banging on the door saying, give me my fucking ball back. And yeah, she had a heart attack and died, innit, unfortunately. She was old anyway, but still, it's not an excuse, is it? Tahir's first victim, Alan Partridge. What's Coogan been up to? I think he's lost another one of his little interviews. You know, that Scottish cunt, Andrew McCart. One of his videos popped up and he's got a channel now called Andrew McCart Talks Fighting. Yeah, how original. I wonder where he got that from. Did he get it from Froch Talks Fighting or Froch on Fighting, I mean? He had like 80 views, you know, in 2 days. So they're all... Yes, nephew, what are you saying, man? Happy birthday. It's your 16th birthday today, yeah? I looked at your snap and you was with a few little girls and that. You having a good time, yeah? Yes. What are you saying? Happy birthday, man. I'll come down in it. We'll do something. What happened with the police? You know, when you got caught with a hammer? Did they take it any further, or is it... What's the latest? My nephew got caught with a hammer. He's kind of... like I told you about me accidentally killing that old woman. He's kind of on the same path, I think. Smoke some crack. Well, it's interesting you say that. When I went to the shop to buy some alcohol, yeah, I got talking to this hawker and she gave me one of these pills. And she was like, take that. It'll make you feel like you're really drunk. But don't take all of it. Just take half. She said it was pre-gourmet or something. I don't know what she said. I can't remember what she said, but she said it was nice. So I might pop that in a bit. The black caller has the keys to the ignition. What are you saying? That's an R. Kelly quote, innit? What are you saying, Agent X? You wanna have a little video chat, yeah? I'm not begging you. I'm just asking. But the woman, the fucking hooker, she said, oh, don't take the whole pill at once because it will really, really mess you up. I don't know if to take it. Who are you supporting, the whites or Muslims? I think I'm more on the side of whites, because it's white people like to just have sex with people they're not married to. They like a drink and all that. So, but I got a couple of nice little Muslim mates, you know what I mean? Tyne, you ain't one of us. Oh, you white, yeah? You saying I'm not one of you lot. That's what people say. They say, oh, mixed race people, it's hard for them because they're not accepted by the blacks. And they're not accepted by the whites. They're not accepted by the Asians. So where do they go? They've got nowhere to go. Well, I'll go to the fucking mixed race people then, you stupid fucking idiots. You fucking morons. This coffee table's only got 3 legs. This stupid woman came round here. She was like mentally fucked up and she just sat here crying, you know what I mean? And I just went to bed. I thought, fuck this woman, man. I met her in town, innit? I just bumped into her. I could tell she was mentally deranged, but she came round here crying. I thought, I'm going to bed. Then I heard her banging about in here and she like pushed my TV over. She took one of my legs off my coffee table. So this is what I mean. When you operate at that level, it's no good. That's why I forced myself to do the stream. And I'm glad I did. £10 popped up. £5 popped up. Another £5 popped up. Yeah? So just keep it going. This ain't going to be 9 hours though. Letting all the immigrants, white liberals, deserve what will happen. Yeah, but these politicians, they don't care. They don't, like I said, they don't live in these dirty Slovakian areas or these fucking ugly Somalian areas. They live in nice white areas, in gated communities where they've got bulletproof cars, yeah? And if they need to see a doctor, they can see one on that day. Or a dentist. I went to the dentist, yeah, to try and get on the list. And he said, nah, you can't get on there. We're fully booked. But these politicians, they don't have to deal with all that. Politicians are controlled. They are not serving the public. Yeah, they're serving their own interests. So when Eddie Earn said that these politicians haven't got a spine, it's not that they haven't got a spine. They're just paid puppets. You know what I mean? We know that. We know all this. We know all this. It's not about they ain't got a spine. They're just looking after their own interests. They're getting paid. They're getting compensated. But they don't really care about the average person. Sellouts, exactly. But I said I'd sell out. I said I'd sell out. Derek Cesaro tried to sell out. He wore a little Jewish hat. You know, in his face-off with Joe Joyce. He wore a little Jewish hat, Cesaro. And he kept using, like, you know, Jewish words like Mazel Tov. That's what he said to Joe Joyce. He said Mazel Tov, which is a Hebrew word for good luck. So he's trying to get in there, isn't he? He's trying to be friends with Nigel Farage, etc. So yeah, it's kind of worked for him. But his brain must be fucked up by now, man. It's all right having money, but he's got kids, so he's not gonna. In a few years, he's gonna feel the effects of all these punches. BLM rioted during the pandemic too. Yeah, the Black Lives Matter was a scam. Loads of money was generated and this fucking black woman just bought herself a load of houses, you know, who was like the face of that movement. And you got all these idiots posting blacked out photos, you know, on their fucking Instagram. They're puppets. They're clowns, man. But even some religious people, you know, just keep talking about God. God this and God that, and God's my savior. God looks after me, he protects me. God is my savior. But then when that little flu came along, these people ran to the doctor, you know, for help. They ran to the scientists, they ran to medicine. They ran to the doctor who doesn't even believe in their God. They ran to him for help, you know, to get the little jab. Why don't you ask God for help? Why don't you ask your savior to save you? When their life's on the line, yeah, when it comes to life and death, in their minds anyway, they run to the doctor for help. They run to the atheist. They run to medicine, science. They conveniently forget all about their savior that they've been speaking about over the years. Vibes Cartel's free. Do you know him, Ty? Or are you a bounty? Well, he's a bit of a bounty because he bleached his skin, you know, to get to my colour. Vibes Cartel, he was originally black. And he bleached his skin, you know, to get this nice brown skin complexion. Yeah? Yo, you fucking muppet, mate. That's how I burnt my Thai FL t-shirt. It's gone, man, the pink one. What's next for Dave Allen? Yeah, he set up a channel as well, hasn't he? He got about 80,000 views, you know, in a few days, just chatting about how much he got paid. I might start doing that. I might do a video about how much I got paid to fight Eubank. Obviously, you lot already know, but just drag it and milk it. 5-minute video. I got $3,000. Gave Dominic Ingle $1,000, so I came out with 2 poxy grand. Yeah, could have got murdered, like Nick Blackwell nearly did. But I got the IQ, and I was schooling Eubank, but then I just chucked it away, you know, in the last 30 seconds, and I'm bitter. Civil war. Nah, they'll bring in the army, man, you know, to deal with these rioters, and then people will really shit themselves. Control, mate, control. What would be different if you beat Eubank? Well, that's the thing. I might get blackballed. I might get avoided. Like that guy who beat that Anthony Ogogo, this guy called Craig. I used to spar with him, and he fucked up Anthony Ogogo's eye, you know, and like really messed up his eye, and he couldn't get a fight after that. And that Anthony Ogogo, he was getting a lot of hype, wasn't he? He was sponsored by Subway as well. How's your Facebook cousin who dish you hard? Yeah, listen, these people can talk this shit on Facebook, on the internet, when there's a few people around, but when it's just me and them, they're not like that. When it's just me and them, yeah, they're all nice and friendly. When it's me and them, just me and them in Starbucks having a nice little chat when I bought them a coffee. But then when there's a few people around, they want to start acting up and start trying to act bad and trying to show off in front of their fucking misses and stuff like that. That's when my mum slapped me as well. My mum was acting up. She was acting fucking dumb as well, so I just had to fuck them all off, man. But my nephew and my brother, we're still cool, man. Was that before they knew you were a nonce? Well, that's the thing as well. When Nonce was going on, some of these people were like, yeah, I know you was only joking. I know you was only joking. You know, and it's just me and them. Oh, I know it was only a joke. I know it was only a joke. But when there's a little audience, they're like, oh, I've got a 6-year-old daughter. Oh, how does it feel to know you're funded by nonces? You know, just giving it all that talk. And it's like, bro, you weren't saying that shit when it was just me and you. And you were saying, yeah, I know it was only a joke. Because there's a few people around. People want to switch up and start trying to act bad. I ain't got time for it. Who's Lisa? That was my second ever girlfriend. You know, in Nottingham. She was 13. Do you want me to slow the chat down? Because it's getting a bit fast now, isn't it? You lot enjoy the chat. Tell us about when you drank your own piss on a live. Yeah, I just drank my own piss on a live, man. That's it. Done. Legendary moment. Yeah, of course. Forget that. Yeah. Who's the hottest female you've come across in boxing? It's someone in the gym. She's this white woman. She was in the gym. She was quite nice. She used to love niggas, innit? She used to try and look in the changing rooms and stuff like that, you know, and was getting undressed. But she was quite nice. What stopped you from hitting your mum back? I wouldn't hit my mum, but I'd fuck her off, you know, for the disrespect. She wished me happy birthday, so it's like she's trying to build bridges, but the damage is done, innit? She's another one though, my mum. Like when I go and see her and it's just me and her, she don't slap me like that. But because there was an audience, she wants to act up. Alright, cool. Tyron, are there any sexy influencer girls from Knots? That's a good question. I went on TikTok, yeah, just typed Nottingham into the search box, brought up a load of videos. There was a video of a nice white woman from Knots who was a big influencer, and she had a photo taken with this guy in it who's he's basically like me, innit? He's like an internet guy who's considered like a nonce. And she had a photo taken with this guy. I can't remember his name. He's from Lincoln, white guy, creepy. Like loads of women were commenting, you know, on a photo saying, oh, I was just in Knots as well. I'd love to have met him, you know what I mean? So I might just go down that route. This guy is a bit weird though. He's a bit, I forgot his name. Right, the black caller messaged me about an hour ago. Let me see what he's saying. Yo, Ty, I'm doing a live tonight on the Riots. If you want to jump on the live and give your thoughts, let me know and I'll send you the StreamYard link. Yeah, but do I need to download StreamYard? Because I want to expand. Do I need to download StreamYard to get on? A thumbs up is all he gets for a tenner. Lol. No, I put him on the screen. Let me scroll back to see if he's still about. I think his super chat's died, but yeah, I give him his praise, man. I give him his flowers. Yeah, this is one of those little IFL fuckers here. Andrew McCart on fighting. What's he saying? Is he still with Coogan or not? Is he another one? They all leave, don't they? First it was James Helder. Then it was Umar, IFL Umar. Wingy boxing Wingy didn't really leave. I ran him off the scene. He can't handle it.
Boom! I'm back. I just want to give a quick review on that huge card out in LA, man. What a card it was. Fantastic fights up and down the card. Really enjoyed it. The whole spectacle, the show was magnificent. I can only imagine what it was like to be out there. But I want to chuck in my 2 pence and give you my thoughts on a couple of the fights specifically, and I'll start with Crawford Madrimov. Terence Crawford Madrimov, what a fight, man. I said in a previous video, if you look at the video below this one, my preview of the Crawford Madrimov fight, I did say this would be Crawford's toughest test.
Yeah. $3,000 subscribers. Has he done any interviews for Coogan, or has he just fucked him off as well? Who cares, man? But I just noticed that there's a bit of a pattern. There's a bit of a theme. You know, if Coogan's little interviewer's leaving him and that. So what's going on? Has he done any interviews for IFL, or is he another one? Just going to toilet, yeah. Talk your shit.
It was, I think it's the first time that Crawford's went a distance in 8 years. It was a close fight. A lot of people screaming robbery. I don't think it was a robbery. I think some nip and tuck rounds. It could have went either way. It could have been a draw. I didn't score the fight, but if I was going to go through the eye test, I was sort of like thinking maybe Crawford. Just. Madrimov probably, I think Eddie Hearn said it best, just needed that little bit more experience, maybe a little bit more fights. Do you know what I mean? To put his foot on the gas, step on the gas a little bit, and throw a little bit more punches and whatnot. But and there is that old saying that you need to rip the title from the champion, but you are up against the pound for pound.
Did you wash your tangy fingers? Ooh, me? Nah, I didn't really touch anything. I didn't really touch my dick in it. I just pulled my pants down and just pissed. I got a bit of tissue there and wiped the end, you know, the drip. Where is the black ring card girl? Yeah, so this picture here, I cut her off. I cut her out of the picture, the black one. There was a black one next to Terence Crawford. And I just got rid of her. But good observation. But yeah, she had to go. I got rid of the black one. You know, kept the nice white one here. Did you scrub the piss from under your helmet though? I ain't really got a foreskin like that. But I've never been circumcised, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah, we'll give it 4 minutes. It's been alright, man. It's been okay. Low energy, but we got one in anyway. Why was Wingy boxing Wingy so soft? I don't know. I lost respect for him, you know, when he ran off the scene when I started dissing him and his fat girlfriend. Kind of lost respect for him. I thought, nah, he ain't about that. You got to take the rough with the smooth, and that's what I said to Boxing King Media, man. Yeah, people talk about it, but it's part of it. You can't just fucking go to LA, stay in nice hotels that little Turkey guy has probably paid for your flights. Yeah, you got to take the rough with the smooth, man. You got nearly 1 million subscribers, so there's going to be negatives as well as positives. So you just have to take it. And if you're not cut out for it, then Ty, would you fuck Nicki Minaj? I'd probably bang her, but I'm not really into her. I don't really think she's got a BBL. She's got a fake arse like Kim Kardashian, and that's what the elites are trying to push. You know, the arse. They want people to fuck women in their arses. It's sodomy. Yeah, the Bible spoke about it. I'm not religious at all, but the Bible spoke about, you know, during the end times, people are going to be really into arses. You know, fucking arses. Like my brother does. It's disgusting. Triple B made a great video on you. Triple B made a great video on you, mate. Yeah, he's a muppet. He fucking. When I streamed in town the other day, because I was walking about, I couldn't really read the chat, so I missed some of the chat. And that boxing basement guy was talking, and I seen some of his comments in it, but he wasn't really saying anything interesting. So I wanted to stop talking about what I was talking about, just to read out his bullshit comment. It wasn't worth it. So now he's trying to diss me in videos, saying, oh, Titan, you know, he's fell off, he's not good anymore. He was good 5 years ago, but he's still in my streams all the time, watching, yeah, commenting, messaging me on Facebook, messaging me on Instagram, following me, looking at my stories, commenting. Yeah, he's like a little bitch, like a little toddler who don't get attention. So they start crying like some hoe. That's what that boxing basement's like. He got molested when he was a kid by a man, yeah? Which is why he keeps talking about Corys. And he's on crack as well. He's just messed up. He's in the basement. He's a mess. He tried to copy my style. He's not original. He's fake. He's jealous that I can walk around the streets streaming without a gimp mask. He can't leave the house. He's in the basement. He wears his mask. Whatever, man. Whatever. He said you're 45 years old, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not 45 at all. He's messaging me saying, oh, you ain't got any friends. You're a bum. You ain't got any friends. And it's like, tell me about the guy, the mixed race guy who I was talking to yesterday from Nottingham, who I grew up with from a young age. We was talking about Alex Jones, Michael Barrymore, yeah, Chris Eubank Sr., you know, who wears that little thing in his eye, on his eye, yeah, the all-seeing eye. He wears one of them. sacrificed his son, Seb Eubank, who mysteriously died, conveniently, of a heart attack. Yeah. He was on a bus with Cliff Richards, who got raided for noncery as well, so... But I got raided, but I'm not on nonce in it, but he's in those circles. Man said Barrymore, laughing face. Yeah, he was happily married to a woman. But then they said to him, listen, if you want a nice little TV program, yeah, and get paid. He was on Strike It Rich, I used to watch it. If you want to get invited to celebrity parties and get paid, you better fucking promote this zesty agenda. You better leave your wife and come out as zesty, and you better sacrifice that guy and fucking murder him. And he did, and he tried to make it out like he drowned in a little swimming pool that's not even that deep. His career was literally over after the guy got killed. What are you waffling about? Well, he's not. He's on TikTok. He keeps popping up on my TikTok. His videos keep popping up. You know what I mean? They give the illusion like, oh, we're going to get rid of him because of what he did. But they just put him on something else, put him on another platform. Yeah, Frank Bruno as well. You know, he used to do pantomime. Michael Barrymore did pantomime. Pantomime is targeted at kids. So kids go to the pantomime to watch Frank Bruno and Michael Barrymore and Jimmy Savile. And then after the show, the kids are so excited by the show, they want to go backstage, you know, to meet these little fucking weird cunts who do pantomime like Frank Bruno. And they go backstage, yeah, and that's when it happens. That's why Bruno had a breakdown. Because he said to him, we've got you on video, yeah, doing this with these little kids backstage at some pantomime event. So you better do what we say. And Frank Bruno, he might not have been willing to do it. And then he said, all right, cool. They messed him up. And then he was sleeping in his boxing ring, you know, in his back garden. His wife divorced him. He's fucked. I don't rate Frank Bruno at all. Mad how everyone's forgot about Schofield. Distractions. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Let's focus on Philip Schofield. Let's not talk about all these foreign fuckers who are coming here. You know what I mean? All kinds of shit like that. Michael Barrymore's Paul, a review. Yeah, there's so much there, man. Michael Barrymore killed Jill Dando, exactly, another BBC worker. You know, who was about to fucking leak some information, you know, about what was going on there with like Jimmy Savile and that, and she conveniently got murdered. You connect the dots, man, you see what's going on here, innit? But like I said, I'll sell out for a nice little bag. Big up the Meadows crew. Yeah, man. Shout out to Meadows, man. I went there the other day. That's my area in Nottingham, innit? It's a place called the Meadows. I was riding around on one of them Uber bikes at like 2 a.m. Those bikes are fucking rapid, man. They've got like a... Because what put me off riding bikes was the fucking... You know, using my legs and that. I'm a bit lazy. But these bikes are powered. So I was just riding around nuts. Drunk. Had a little can of night cider, you know, in the basket. On the bike. I was having such a good time, man. Give me such a good little adrenaline rush. You loyal to Meadows, not S5. Yeah, fuck Sheffield, man. Sheffield might be better than Nottingham, innit? But I got people that I'm close to, you know, in fucking Nottingham. So this place means nothing to me. Ty, did your gay uncle ever force himself on you? Nah, he didn't. But I think he was like testing me, innit? I think he was testing me, you know, when I went to one of his little zesty parties. When I was about 15, I spilt a drink in the kitchen by accident. And my zesty uncle said to me, "You stupid boy." You know, and all these little gay mates, they all started giggling, like looking at me, and I was like, I was intimidated, I was outnumbered, I was a kid, yeah. He was alright though, he was alright. He's called Mark. Hello?
Yo, bro, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, man. I'm on the live, you know.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, just a quick one, bruv. I watched you live as well, so to stop it, just a quick one. Your private lives, can you make them public?
Yeah, good shout.
Yeah, you gonna do that, yeah?
How many? Because there's about 200 of them. So, you know, if I make all of them public, will you get like 200 notifications and just fucking irritate you? What are you saying?
Nah, we won't. They'll just probably say, what will happen is all the private, sorry, I can hear myself twice. All the ones that are private, so right now, if I look on your videos, it will say private. There won't be no notifications. They will just say video available.
All right.
That should be fine.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Do that, bro. I'm going to drop you some money, yeah? I'm going to drop you a $5 or something, man. Big up, man.
Yeah, man.
Big
Nice
fan,
one,
man.
yeah. Respect. You know,
All right,
safe.
respect.
Be
Be
safe.
safe.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that sounded like the black caller. It wasn't. The black caller just sent me a message, though. Yeah? So I asked him if I need StreamYard to do a little video chat. He said, no, you just click on the link and it takes you to the live Safari or Google, but then I need a camera, don't I? So I'm going to look into it, but let me make a note, because I'm going to make these lives public, because there were some classic lives, me drinking the piss, the woman being a bit racist, calling me Maltese ahead, that stupid woman trying to show off with the fake drugs, Nonce-gate, StreamYard, yeah. Yaffa Cakes as well. She wrote a long message, a long comment. Yeah, we had some good times, you know what I mean? That was sort of like during my falling off period, but we did have a few highlights. We did have a few highlights, man. The woman was like ringing me up, you know, when one of you lot told the woman who was trying to show off with the fake drugs on that Plenty of Fish stream. she was like, yeah, look at all these drugs, look at all this money, and she had like some money in it. You know them rappers who just fucking do that with the cash, put it next to the ear. It's so predictable in it with these rappers. But she didn't know I was like streaming her, so she didn't know it was like recording. So then she started like adding me on Facebook when one of you lot told her that I'd got her on camera. She started like adding me, and she was like crying and begging me, and it was nice. The glory days, yeah, man. But there's always a way of doing something else. That's why I'm about 100 followers, 200 followers away on TikTok, you know, where I can get on there and just go for it. This bottle of piss stinks, you know, because it's been like piss that has built up for about a month. I remember when Dominic Ingle used to give me like tubs of protein powder, and it used to make my fucking piss stink, man. Yeah. That guy who just rang me, you know, said he's going to give me a £5, who asked me to make the live public. He said, my card isn't working, but I'll sort you out with my new card. See, now the black callers just rang me and it's kind of cut off. My card isn't working, but I'll sort you out when my new card comes in. Today or tomorrow. Big up, bro. Yeah, man.
How you doing? You alright, yeah?
Alright.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
What's happening?
How you doing, man?
Did you stream today?
I'm streaming now.
Oh, you're streaming, yeah?
Yeah, but people are saying that you stole my momentum. That's what everyone's saying.
How many you got watching?
Saying that you stole my momentum.
How many you got watching?
I think right now I got 8 people.
8 people?
Earlier. Yeah, I got 8 people.
Oh, that's mad.
It was more earlier.
What, and then I stole the momentum, yeah?
What? Say that again?
What, and then I stole the momentum, or is that like average sort of viewer numbers for your channel?
That's what everyone's saying. That's what everyone in the chat is saying.
Yeah.
But it's cool though, it's cool, man.
It don't matter, man. It's all interlinked. We can all do this. We can all get on it. So you're saying I don't need to download StreamYard, yeah?
No, man. Like, if I send you a link, all you do is click the link, yeah, and it takes you to the live.
Yeah, but don't I need to be on video though? Is it a video chat?
This camera, you can turn it on or off, innit?
Yeah.
On the video, in the camera bit, you can turn it on or off.
Yeah, but what camera do I need though? Can I use this camera here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just anything, you use it on your phone.
All right.
That's what I do. I use StreamYard on my phone. Like, if I join someone live, I click the link from my phone, and it goes to their stream, and I'm in.
All right. So what do you want me to join your stream now and just like click on the link? Oh, he's gone. Tyne's heart's racing. Yeah. Nah. Tyne, it's a setup. Yeah, but I'm an open book, man. Come on, man. I know the police are watching. I've still spoke about like noncery and stuff like that. I don't care. They came round today, 2 nice little police women, tried to give me this letter. Tyne, throw your passport into the sea and pretend to be a migrant. You'll get a 4-bedroom council house instead of that bedsit. Well, that's what that Tommy Robinson said today, you know, to Alex Jones. He said like some guy came to England, some little illegal immigrant, and he was like 20 years old, but he pretended he was 15. So he went to school, you know, with like 15-year-old girls and boys. And then I think he stabbed one of them. Go back to the POF peak glory days. Yeah, POF have banned the live streams totally. In August, some date in August, they just stopping all streams, live streams for some reason. So that's ship sailed, man. But there's other sites. There's that Amigo. There's TikTok. There's all kinds of things, man. There's a way. Argos. Yeah, Dillian White's trying to get back in there, and he went to that Cesaro Joe Joyce fight. I think he's like seeing all this money going around, you know, with these heavyweights. Now Martin Bacoli's in there, so he's going to be making some serious cash after that good performance. It was good, man. Andy Ruiz, yeah, he deserved to lose that fight. That shouldn't have been a draw at all. And then Andy Ruiz was like saying in the interview afterwards, "Oh, I've hurt my hand. Look at my hand. Look at the bone that's sticking up." It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's like me being in a boxing match, yeah, and my nose is bust and I can't breathe properly, and me saying in the interview afterwards, "Oh, I lost because I couldn't breathe because I had blood coming out my nose." It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's a tactic. And sometimes when I used to spar with certain people, they used to deliberately put their elbows in a certain position. So when I punch, my fist would hit their elbow and it would fuck up my fist. I'm not saying that that Jarrell Miller did that, you know, with Andy Ruiz, but he might have. So yeah, Andy Ruiz should have lost that fight. I'm not interested in him anymore, you know what I mean? That little victory against Joshua was brilliant, but he hasn't really delivered since. But he's made money. He was a world champ. But we know about Jarrell Miller, don't we? Question mark. Yeah, they seem to have forgiven him, you know what I mean? You know, for failing all those drug tests. And for what? What else did he do? I think he got a car on finance, but he didn't pay the bill. So someone came to take the car, you know, repossess it, and then this Jarrell Miller grabbed him up and done him in and just drove off with the car. But Eddie Hearn don't really seem to be that bothered. He said he's willing to forgive people for certain things, but other things not. And I'd like to bump into Eddie Hearn, you know, and see what he's saying about Nontsgate, because he said he wanted to fill me in. Police are probably lurking on this stream. Of course they are. I told you when I did my stream in town the other night that the CCTV and the fucking police are watching me. And then a couple of days later they turn up, banging on my door, you know, waking me up at 2 p.m. Gave you a letter calling you a predator. Lol. Yeah, I'm not gonna fold, man. Probably go down the easy E route, you know, and just get publicity out of it. I should have recorded those two fucking coppers, man, because they were quite nice as well. I should have filmed them on the door. That crackhead Brass probably snitched on you, Ty. Well, I don't think she would have. I think it was someone else. I think it was this other woman who, you remember when I put that video up of that little fake co-host, her leaked voice message of when me and her met up. I put that up on here. I put a photo of her. And she was like kicking off in it because you lot were calling her a man. A transformer. She's mentally fucked up. So it got to us, so I just took it down in it. But she said to me, you know, if you don't take it down, I'm going to the police. I was like, all right. Riding a bike at night is great. It's one of my favorite hobbies. I really enjoyed myself. Really enjoyed myself. I was riding around Nottingham, you know, riding through like dark alleys because the bike's got a little torch on it. And I was riding through some little alleys that I used to walk through, you know, when I was at school. A few girls they got done in, you know, in those alleyways, not by me. But I was riding through those alleyways drunk, you know, at night. It was such a good vibe. And there was a river there as well where my uncle drowned, you know, running from the police after he burgled a house. It was such a good vibe. And it was a tenner. I was a bit disappointed with the price. It was a tenner. I had the bike for an hour. But yeah, it was a good buzz. People will be watching all these videos back saying, why did nobody stop him? Yeah, but that's what the police said. That's what they're doing, man. And that woman, that stupid woman on that stream who was showing off with the drugs, I don't know if they were real drugs or not, but I said to you, like, I'm gonna blackmail her because I've got a video of her with the drugs and the money. She said her ex or boyfriend like dropped the drugs off and she was begging me to delete it because she didn't want to be seen as a snitch. So I said, all right then, I'm gonna blackmail her. So the police came round not too long after that. They might have thought I did blackmail her and took the drugs. So they came round, they searched up the place. They found a bit of weed in one of my video cases. Took all my devices. Yeah, searched them. Given me back saying no further action. So are you still on PIP? Nah. I went to the doctors, innit, at like 1 a.m. and posted a letter through the doctor's letterbox. And then they rang me the next day. I don't think you do well in jail time. I'd go in protective custody. PC. I'd be on the nonce wing, yeah. I'd probably say that though, to be honest, to the prison governor. Listen, man, you know, there's loads of videos of me on YouTube of, you know what I mean, me making a little comment. So I need to go in protective custody. Not because I'm scared, it's just that I don't want to share a cell with another man. That's all it is. It's not fear. Yeah, there could be a few interesting prison stories, you know, that happen that give me some good content, you know, for when I get out. But Tupac said when he went to prison, he just lost inspiration, you know, to write music. He said people thought, yeah, Tupac's in prison. He's going to come out and write some great music or whatever. He's going to have a lot of good stories about prison, but he said it just took away his inspiration because it's just the same repetitive bullshit every day. So I don't know. Surely you could beat Tommy Fury. How do I get to Jake Paul? I want to fucking get to him. I want to. He's in Puerto Rico though, isn't he? I looked at Puerto Rico on the map, you know, on Google, and it's quite far. But I want to get to that fucking guy, you know, and slap him. It's just one of them at this point, innit? Just go for it and just slap him up. I should have slapped up Deji when I interviewed him. But he's quite nice, that little Deji. Use the platform you've built, for fuck's sake. I know. Come on, man. What should I do to, you know, get on Jake Paul's radar? I've got a little link. You know that Fred Talks Fighting? He was on one of these streams. And he gave me a little pound. And he's on that scene. So I messaged him, innit? I said to him, yo, Fred, can you ask that Mams Taylor who runs Misfits to get me on there? And he was like, yeah, okay, I'll ask him. But I shouldn't have said that to him. It's probably worth a try though, isn't it? Make videos about them until they have to notice you. That's what I mean. That little KSI, he reacts, you know, to videos that people have done about him. So it could put me on the radar if I start really going in on him. Sadly, you're just a little blip compared to Paul. You'd never entertain it because you won't sell enough tickets, mate. Yeah, but look at that other guy, that Hassim Rahman's son. He was a nobody. I interviewed him and he said he had like 2,000 followers on Instagram before the Jake Paul fight that was supposed to happen. And then after the fight, well, not after the fight, but because of the build-up and the hype, he got 200,000 followers, you know, on Instagram. So he was a nobody. He was just his dad's son and that's it. But his dad beat Lennox Lewis fucking 25 years ago. You never capitalized on True Geordie, I know. I looked at his, I was going to like one of his photos, you know, on Instagram, True Geordie, you know, to try and get back in there. I don't know if that ship sailed. I've already been fucked up by some journeyman called Darren Gethin. Shall I play that knockout again just one more time, yeah? Fucking hell, look at this shit. Go straight to the knockout, man. Confront those demons, man. I was doing so well, you know, like against Eubank, and then I just fucked up. Look, it's the last round as well. I didn't even know that it was the last round. You see what I mean? Yeah, I'm throwing right hands, but they're not really. It was either Martin Bacoli or Jerome. Oh, for fuck's sake. Man's fucking bending over, you know. Kissing the ring. This guy was a bum. I got paid a poxy little grand for that as well, a grand. All my family were in the crowd, innit? Some old friends from Nottingham. Well, I suppose I threw the right hand, I missed, but at least I had a go. Oh, fuck. 20-pound shorts. Just. Yeah, but I suppose I threw a punch, you know, and then I got caught, but yeah, come on, man. bending over. Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm gonna wrap it up. Praying to Allah, yeah. That's what Naz was saying as well. You know, in his interview with Boxing King Media, you know, him and his son Adam Hamid, who's been signed by Fish Eyes. Naz was like, oh, you know, it was God's will, you know. How can I come to the ring on a flying carpet, do a flip and then knock somebody out? It's got to be divine intervention. So what, God's up there like planning and plotting for Naz to come to the ring on a flying carpet, do a flip, knock the guy out, yeah? God's focusing on that, but he's not fucking bothered about these bombs getting dropped on these Yemenis, you know what I mean? It's fucking stupid, man. I like Naz, but he was just stupid talk, wasn't he? He was dumb. Yeah. Naz lucky he met Ingle, Brendan. Yeah, of course, that's what I'm saying. A lot of the time it's luck. Like, I used to be a bit envious of Kell Brook because he's a Sheffield guy. So he was born in Sheffield. So when he went to the gym at 9 years old, he had a great trainer there, Brendan. He had Nassim Hamid to spar with and learn from. Johnny Nelson. You know them guys. I was in Nottingham. I was just around a load of fucking muppets who didn't have a clue about boxing. So a lot of it's down to luck, innit? You can't help where you're born, man. But I was obsessed with, if I'd have met Brendan at 15, I'd have become world champ. So I was obsessed. I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I didn't eat biscuits. I used to sit around watching boxing. My favourite fighter back then was Costa Zoo and Naz. And Lennox Lewis and Mayweather, you know, when he beat Gennaro Hernandez for his first world title win. Bro, you're a nonce, mate. What's that got to do with anything, man? That's just... Why did the Ingle fighters keep their chins in the air, moving back in straight lines in the 90s? I think a lot of the time when them guys were fighting and the chins were up like that, myself included, we used to body spar all the time, innit? I told this story before. We used to body spar every day. So if you put your chin up in the air, it moves your chin out of the way of the punches to the body, so you avoid it. Sometimes if your chin's down and you body spar and you get clipped on the chin, if your head's up like that, and plus you used to get like little kids trying to hit us, you know, to the face. So to move back, lean back, avoid these little kids. Well, it obviously worked, innit? You had a high success rate in that gym. Would you rim Agent X? Yeah, we'll see how that goes. See how it goes, man. I'm not really a guy to make moves on women and stuff like that, but yeah, if she wants to get on it, we can do. Agent X has got a nice posse. We'll see. We'll see what she's about. She's popped up here. She gave me some nice super chats, £2, a few times. Is that little white woman you talk to ever going to be a co-host on one of your streams like you said? She kind of puffs it out, and I give her an ultimatum. If you want this little relationship so-called relationship to go anywhere, you've got to bring more to the table than just posse. Because this woman's got a posse, she's got a posse, she's got a posse. Having a posse is not good enough. You know what I mean? If you want to get with me. So you better bring something to the table. You either be a co-host on here, yeah? Either do the OF stuff. Or you just fuck off. I told her something else as well. She's been graped, innit, by somebody. There's a boxer that who all of you lot know. His uncle allegedly raped this woman, this fake co-host. It's a bit of a long story, I don't want to go into it, but there was an opportunity there, but she didn't make the most of it, so she's gone. She's gone, man. She thinks she can just turn up here with her fucking posse that's been fucked by some Indian man with a turban and expect to get with me. Like, nah, it don't work like that. It don't fucking work like that at all. She didn't deliver, so she's gone. Now she's begging me, saying, oh, can you look after my kittens for a week? Because I said I wanted to make some animal videos as well. You know, some nice little friendly videos that would blow up on TikTok. But she didn't deliver at first. I told her to bring one of her kittens around here and she didn't. So then when I said, right, that's it, you're gone. Now she's messaging me saying, can you look after my kittens for a week? But the ship sailed. I'm going to finish this cigarette, then I'm going to wrap it up, you know. I've got a nice stream in the bag today. I didn't want to do it. I did it. I'm glad I did it. It's been good. Good content. Nice super chats. Shout out to everyone who's given me a super chat. The guy gave me a tenner. You're not in a position to be making too many demands. Man said, you're not in a position to be making too many demands. Yeah, but she's coming to me. I'm not going to her. If she wants to get with me, she's coming to me. If she wants to get with me, yeah, it's got to be on my terms. I'm not fucking going to her, begging to get with her. Yeah, supply and demand. I'm in demand with this woman. So if she don't wanna cooperate with me, then she's gone. Put that horrible looking chest away, mate. Zesty. It's fucking hot, man. I think that's why that woman's pussy stunk as well. On top of her banging an Indian with a turban. You mean the ship sank, not sailed? You were contextually inaccurate, you nonce. Nah, he sailed. I'm here, she's gone, mate. I'm gone. Is Dion Dublin still doing the TV show where they buy and sell houses? I applied for a job in it as a content creator in Nottingham. You know, where I'd be like doing videos on properties, you know, before and after. Yeah? I applied for a job in it. They got back to me, invited me to an interview, and I fucked it up again. Which name did you use for that application? Obviously Ben, innit? Because if I was a manager of a business and I needed a member of staff, I needed I needed a new member of staff, and there was a pile of CVs on my desk, and the first CV I looked at was some fucking long African name, I'd say, fuck that nigga. Fuck that. But they have to take on these black fuckers, you know, to tick a box, you know, to fill quotas, so it might work. If I said I was zesty, a transformer, a fucking African, disabled, they might have took me on. So I'm getting knocked back from a lot of jobs. But yeah, you know when Terence Crawford boxed that Masvidal? Do you know, I found a little dodgy stream, and you know the chat, it was fucking brutal, man. It was absolutely brutal, you know, killed ends, yeah, F the J's, murder zesty cunts, murder transformers, they were talking all that shit. And I wanted to comment saying, you lot come on my stream, man, and chat that shit on my stream. But I had to like set up an account in it, you know, to chat. But I didn't want to disrupt the stream, because I had a nice little stream and I was having a good time. Crack streams, exactly. But obviously the feds are watching in it, so they might try and fucking do me for that as well. They're building a case against me, slowly. Everything I say will be used as evidence. And if I have to go to court one day, yeah, and they play these fucking streams, and I have to watch them, I don't watch these streams back. But you know, if I'm in court and I have to stand there and watch the streams and listen to me talking all this bullshit, bro, it's going to be tough. You're not my son. You're not the son I wanted. I wanted a son I could be proud of. And what did I get? A drug addict, an Echo Falls drinker, a nonce, a black quitter, and a masturbator. Yeah, but that just shows I've got a lot of character. My mum was proud of me though, back in the day when I was unbeaten. She used to cut my you know, when I was in the local Nottingham newspaper, she used to cut the articles out, you know, of me, and she'd keep them. And she's got my fights on video, you know, when I was winning on Sky and Adam Smith was commentating, saying, wow, look at this guy, what's he doing, wow, you know what I mean? Yeah, I fucked up, but I don't want to look back. Yeah, man, shout out Boris the Blade. But yeah, I regret it, man. I regret it. I regret boxing, man. And I know my mum's dissing me, you know, to other family members, saying, oh, I was so proud of him back in the day. You know, he was there for his daughter. He was a good little fake husband. He was on the boxing. He was dedicated. Now look at him. So I know she's saying all that stuff that that guy just said. But we just got to move on, man. And try and get on Jake Paul, innit? Agent X, waiting for you on the black callers. Yeah, another super chat. Where are you from, Agent X? I'm not trying to get with you. I'm just asking you a question, innit? But yeah, the black caller. We'll do it. It's something different, isn't it? You know, like me walking around town streaming. Now I'm in the bed seat, so we'll go with the black caller, man. See what he's saying. She wants that meat. Yeah. Yeah, what time is it? 1:15, yeah? The black caller lacks charisma. I think he's got something. I think there's something there. He's a bit of a snide, so that makes for good content. He likes to stitch people up and expose them, etc. So, yeah, it might work. I was asked, to get rid of the black caller, block him, but I thought, nah, he's a part of the streams. Now this little woman's asking for me and him to collab. Yeah, 2 black men. She's white. But yeah, like I said, man, this fucking moppet let me down, with this nice little property in Nottingham. He was acting all fucking on it at first, and then he just stopped replying to me. And I just thought, you're just a time-wasting scumbag. So I was talking to a little homeless woman, you know those people who stay in those little tents, in the streets. And I said, how much is that tent? I give her £1. I said, how much is that tent? She said, 30 quid. I said, are you allowed to just put it up anywhere? And she said, yeah, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I just put it wherever I want to put it up and just stay in it. So that might be an option for me, to go back to Nottingham in a tent. And just stream, in the tent. Talking to other scumbags who are in nearby tents. Because I need to fucking get out of here, man. I've been talking about it for too long. Because me and Boxing King Media, he's just gone to Los Angeles for the Terence Crawford event. And me and him was like talking about going to Los Angeles, but he said that the flights were a bit too expensive, to take me down there, to get a bit of content going on. But we was going to go to that Skid Row, in Los Angeles, and just go around talking to these scumbags, and it would have been good content. So I licked arse for the first time the other day, and I loved it, bro. I remember when I did that for the first time with the baby mum, because I was so bored of her. I thought I need to step this up to keep this relationship going. So I fucking was in like a little 69 position. As soon as my tongue touched her fucking arsehole, I started coming. That's how much I enjoyed it. So I know what you're saying. Yeah, man, that was a nice little vibe. That I don't wanna get too sexual in it, but it was a good vibe. When my tongue went into her arsehole, it was like putting, when your battery's dead on your phone and then you plug it in, the charger, and it's good again. It's nice. It's one of them kind of vibes, man. Did you ever spot Dave Allen? Probably, yeah, but he was a nobody back then. And then when he became a somebody, he started saying to me, oh, you used to ignore me in the gym. You didn't speak to me. You used to ignore me. It's like, bro, the gym's packed. Like, and you wasn't in the gym all the time either, Dave Allen. You know what I mean? You know what his career's been like. You know he hasn't been like a regular boxer to be in the gym. So that's what he was like in the Ingle gym. So he was like the new kid in the class. He wasn't a regular. Break into an empty property, squatters' rights. Yeah, I've seen a few properties in Nottingham, you know, that are just empty. So what the fuck are the police doing watching these, you know, listening to me talking about Dave Allen? Chill out, man. Stop giving me these little letters. Stop knocking on my door, waking me up at 2 p.m. Talking your shit. I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing, man. South Yorkshire Police. The Rotherham grooming gangs. My cock started throbbing violently as soon as my tongue touched his arse. Oh, his arse. Oh, come on, man. Bro. Right, we've got 7 minutes. We'll have a good solid 7 minutes and then it'll be 2 hours. I've paid my dues here, man. Asian women are shit in bed. Yeah, but that's what you want, man, for a long-term relationship. You don't need it to be experienced. That's off-putting for me. When that woman told me that she fucked an Indian with a turban and she fucked all these other guys, I was disgusted by it. I was disgusted. And she said she banged like 200 men. I was like, that's disgusting, man. She was like, what, it's all right for men to do it? And I said, yeah. Yeah, it is all right. And she's like, oh, that's sexist. So I said to her, do you get into clubs for free? And she said, yeah. Do men buy you drinks in the club? Yeah. Well, that's sexist, isn't it? So she's just an idiot, man. When I did that stream as well in town the other night in Sheffield, yeah. I said as soon as the stream ends, something's gonna happen. So I ended the stream and then I just sat down on this little bench and there was 3 white guys walking towards me. They were like walking past me, innit? But I overheard what they were saying. And they were like saying, I think burqas should be banned. And I just thought, yeah. Yeah, when I banged her, she messaged me the next day saying, have you got anything? Because I was itching down there. And 4 minutes. When's Jermaine Pennant coming on? That will raise your profile. Yeah, you lot spam his inbox on Instagram and tell him that, you know, your cousin Ty and Booth wants to do a little podcast with you. And he's got his faults as well. He's on TalkSport, but he was drink driving. He was doing this and that. Yeah, so he's no saint, you know what I mean? But he's been accepted, you know, by the corporate fucking world, TalkSport. He went on there drunk and he was talking, you know, with Adi Oladipo.
There's a reason why you want to move for a reason. There's a reason why he wanted to move, or he knew he was going to move, because things ain't, you know, going well. He's not happy with it. And look, if you're not happy, you're not getting the best out of that, you know, individual.
He's drunk.
So he wanted to move.
This is how he used to turn up to school, you know, back in the day. He used to turn up late, you know, when we was all in the class with teams strolling into school late with the football. Yeah, drunk.
And it was probably best for him and the club at the time. So when you know it's in the pipeline, of course, every player goes on that pitch, walks across that white line, and they give it their all.
Yeah, you know this guy here, this guy unfollowed James Helder, you know, when Coogan fucked him off and James Helder kind of fell off. This guy unfollowed James Helder on Twitter and it pissed James Helder off, innit? And he was telling me about it and I could sense the anger in his voice. Yeah? Yeah, solid. We've got 2 minutes. Well, yeah, that Adi Oladipo, he's done all right. He's done all right for himself. He was at that show the other day. He got in there, so he probably felt like he was above James, because James was on a high level back in the day. But then Coogan fucked him off, and people. I think he was a bit annoyed with Dillian White as well, James, because Dillian, he set up a channel back in the day, you know, his own YouTube channel, and James was a bit annoyed, you know, that Dillian, who he was kind of friends with, didn't ask James, you know, to get involved in the camera work and the editing and stuff like that. So James said to Dillian, just delete my number, and they had a little fallout in it. Helder is touchy, Helder is emotional. Yeah, but he built up the channel. And back then, IFL was the main channel. So, you know, to get fucked off like that, and people starting to forget about him and unfollow him, and it's gonna affect you, innit? It's gonna have an effect on you, even if you are a man. Why should Dillian have to hire him? Well, it's probably a bit tough for Dillian because he's like little mates with Coogan, isn't he? Fucking. So I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs, but that's what James told me anyway. Are you worried the EDL might try and burn down the beds here? No, because I'm kind of with him. I'm kind of with him. Just been to a dirty Slovakian area, you know, to get a few drinks before the stream. And I was like, what is this shithole? I just sat down and I was like, bro, this is ridiculous, man. I started thinking about Carl Froch. And I just thought, I need to make it. I need to get out of this shithole. It's not a race issue, it's a culture issue. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not about, like I said before, you like to be around your own. Like, this Tommy Robinson doesn't like slag off Chinese people. They keep themselves to themselves, innit? But I kind of get it, man. I don't want to live around Chinese people either. They don't really interact outside their race. Yeah. So it would be hard for me to fuck a Chinese woman. So you don't want to live amongst them, do you? You know, if you're not Chinese yourself. It's just common sense. Even Bruce Lee, he was like discriminated, you know, by the Japanese. They used to diss him. And when Bruce Lee tried to get into Hollywood, you know, the white directors of those films, they didn't want Bruce Lee playing the main character, you know, because of his eyes. They wanted a white guy to do it. You're a coloured Thai, you're an immigrant. But that's the thing, if I turn up to these EDL marches, yeah, they might say like, well, who are you? You're an immigrant. What are you trying to side with us for? But they've got to have a fucking sensible conversation, man. If someone was born here, regardless of the colour, you've got to give them the benefit of the doubt, innit? But, you know, if you're like a Asian Muslim and you want to bring 10 of your relatives to the country, then that's a different story, innit? If you was born here, you're here. But if you want to start bringing your fucking great granddad here and your step auntie and your second cousins, then it starts to fuck it up. And plus they're reproducing, you know, at a rapid rate. So in 20 years, it'll be hard for people like me to get pussy because I'll be surrounded by women with burqas. Bruce Lee was mixed race, his mother was from Dutch Jews, yeah, but he's still got that face. So they just look at him as just a Chinese fucker. But he did well in the end, Bruce Lee, but not really, because he died at 33. Yeah, I get you, man, but at the same time, yeah, I was just at a bus stop in a dirty Slovakian area, and this little Asian fucker, he gave me a bus ticket, you know, for the day. He said, are you getting on a bus? Yeah, here's a ticket, here's an all-day ticket. I don't need it anymore. Here's a ticket. Do you want it? Do you want it? And I said, yeah, I'll have it. So I took it off this little Asian guy, you know what I mean? But you know that nice little deed from this Asian fucker. So they're not all bad, are they? But it's just... Shall I answer the call to Boxing Basement who's ringing me on Instagram? Shall I give him the time of day, or shall I just leave him to suffer and have 10 people watching his streams and nobody responding to him on Twitter when he tries to, you know, get in there with them? They just block him. They get rid of him. He did a stream one time for about 4 hours. He made a total of £3 in super chats. Yeah? Now YouTube have restricted him so he can't live stream. So he's struggling. So he's trying to reach out to me. He's trying to desperately, you know, he's trying to desperately extend his hand to me, you know, so I give him a lift up. Now he's going to use this, me not answering, like, oh, he can't handle it, he can't deal with the banter, he can't do this and that. But I don't know. I think it's similar to a true Geordie. he kind of fucked me off when I started talking about his DMs. So, yeah. Boxing basement. Hello. Hello. Yo, are you there? Listen, man, I know you got molested when you was a kid, yeah, by a man. I know that must be hard to deal with, which is why you turn to crack to try and deal with your problems. You hide your face, you diss all these people in boxing, you put a mask on, a gimp mask, yeah? And he tries to say, oh, it's not because of that, it's because I don't want the elites, like, knowing who I am. Your online anonymity is important, but like, if they can find Bin Laden in a cave in Afghanistan, you're telling me they can't find you in a fucking little basement, you fucking mug with your gimp mask on, yeah? Muppet, me. Well, yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. I answered the call, he didn't. He bottled it, so I'm out of here, yeah? I might try again another time, but as of right now, he pussed it out. Yeah, he pussed it out. So I'm out of here. Yo, chat. See you later, yeah? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the banter. It cheered me up. It's been good. It's been a good vibe. I've enjoyed myself. I've answered the call to Boxing Basement. He was radio silent. Yeah, so it says it all. But yeah, man, next time, yeah, be safe, everybody. Thanks for that. And I'll see you, man, soon.